Good morning, everyone. This morning I'd like to talk about something that I remember discussing a long time ago. I was fortunate enough to go to a college that offered many philosophy courses. And the topic I want to talk about today is, who am I? And the reason I want to talk about that is because somehow I've come full circle. And here I am, literally decades later, contemplating the same question. So when I was in college and fortunate enough to have selected a college that required ethics and metaphysics as part of the curriculum that was mandated, that was the first time that I really had to question, well, who am I? And am I this body? And the other questions about life, about some of the social implications. Are we our possessions? Are we, and in society, and I'll get back to, so why today? Well, here we are, here I am, decades later, as I started to say, and I've come back to that. And I've come back to that on a deeper level. During the past decade, I was ordained as a spiritualist minister. And again, I realized that there's something more than the corporeal self. There's more than just this body. And I consider myself both, I consider myself a spiritual individual having this physical existence. So, and I realize that really had its beginnings decades ago when I had to take those courses that I probably didn't understand completely, and I still don't. But this week, I saw a little blurb on Facebook that was advertising a course online. And what is it? It's all about self. It's all about who are we. In the past few months, maybe 6 months, a year, I've also looked more into a person who is also online, and you may have heard of her, Lori Ladd, and she goes into the spiritual and the who am I thing. So what do I want to talk about? Who do I think I am today? And who do you think you are? So I have come to the realization, for me, and each of us is different, that I certainly am not this body. When people look at me, they see this body, but that is not who I am. I also have realized that I am not my habits. I am not what I own. I am not my personality. Although my personality, my habits, sometimes are equated sociologically with who I am, but I say, I'm deeper than that. The core of my existence, the core of who I am, I feel is non-material. And so the core of who I am is something that is connected to everyone else on a very, very deep level, so that it is my understanding at this point in my life that I am an eternal being. But so too is everyone else. And it is my understanding that we are whole, we are complete within ourselves, the real self, not the material self, not the socio-political self, but the real intrinsic nature of who we are. And that is not what we feel, that is not our thoughts, that is not our emotions. It goes way, way beyond that. So that's enough for today. But I just wanted to share that with you today. And namaste. Have a good weekend.